cause I can back it up. I put my money where my mouth is, then I stack it up. Big game, big game, big game, big game, big game, big game. My whole team, they proud of me. Y'all know what it's about to be. Y'all just sit back, watch this greatness. None y'all can come after me. I am the one with the master plan. Got all of you calling me Master P. I got the game in the bag, and you know I'm the king. Don't come after me. This a big game, walking like I talk it. Yeah, I need rings. I ain't got no options. Yeah, I got the chips on repeat. Better watch how you talk when you see me. Got it out of the mud, yeah, I'm knee deep. And I rap for my team 'cause they need me. Too easy, don't believe me. I'm too much at once, don't you OD. I'm not what you want on G.O.D. Pay me your respect 'cause you owe me. Owe me, never change, still the same. Running things in my lane, play the game, gotta rain, anything. You know I gotta back it up 'cause I talk a big game. 'Cause I can back it up. I put my money where my mouth is, then I stack it up. I talk a big game, 'cause I can back it up. I put my money where my mouth is, then I stack it up. Big game, big game, big game, big game, big game.
Hey, 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 hey. And y'all, I'm so grateful that you are here. Thank you so much for joining us. It is so great to have you in this space once more. We are in week 4. For those who have been with us for so long, we are so grateful to be in the place to acknowledge that this is the space where we have been inspired by Human Talk, being in the space of acknowledging that it's been really awesome to just be really encouraged to have a space to do like TikTok University. And it's been cool. It's been really cool. We've been doing this series for now, going into week 4. So this is really great. This is so exciting. I'm so grateful to be with y'all. Again, my name is Professor Pitts, Professor Almeida Pitts. Almeida sounds like cheetah. Yeah. Fastest animal in the world. And so I am here to introduce you to, again, welcome to the Healing and Change Lab, Atima Presents. Welcome to Dreaming Collective Care Practice. We have a lab titled Lab 101, Navigating Despair in Uncertain Times, and being able to acknowledge that this is a space that we welcome you into this community. And we're so grateful to be with y'all. Again, we are so happy to have y'all here because we've been seeing y'all out there worldwide, seeing the data, 3,600 views. That is really amazing, y'all. One of our videos reached that amount on YouTube, and we're so grateful to just be in community with you and to know that we are welcomed into your spaces and you're welcome into ours. And so I'm going to get started here. Just wanted to name that. I wanted to acknowledge too, like some of y'all have been noticing too, like some of my art here on this. This has actually been created through AI, and it's been beautiful to kind of capture some of these beautiful images reimagined. So wanting to acknowledge that. Also wondering if you're wanting to know how to connect with us. You can connect with us here in the ticker, right? Exhausted as F for the dystopian uncertainty. Yep, we are. The YouTube here, that link that we have is Almeida, ALMETTA _creates. Follow me also with that same link on LinkedIn also underneath my real name, which is Almeida Pitts, my full name. And also atimlaconsulting.com, our website. And then, of course, Instagram is Almeida _creates. And we're also on Facebook as well under company's name, Atimla Consulting. So check us out. We're there. So happy to have y'all here. Let's get started a little bit, okay? Because today's a good opportunity to introduce you to a little bit more of why I know that this session is going to be really great for a lot of companies, a lot of individuals right now, especially with major job loss here in the States. It's been really devastating to see what's been going on in our nation, right here in our neighborhoods, and just wanting to acknowledge that you are not alone and you have community here amongst the communities that are across the nation. And just want to let you know that, I want to be able to share my story with you and to navigate that. So let's get started a little bit. Y'all know I love the music and having a space for us to tap into such. So let me just make sure that we are cued in and having also that it's not too loud, but just enough to get us where we need to go. All right. Okay. So with that being stated, let's go a little bit further. Story time. Yes, story time it is for Professor Almeida. And I believe this is very important for me just to share a little bit more because I've been acknowledging that at this time I was wondering when I could share my story and acknowledging that it's so important to not withhold any information because I'm like, what if somebody actually needed to hear my story? So therefore, it can be helpful of what's to come, what is to be seen, to be heard, to be validated, to be believed, and to be respected. So that is so important to me. All right, so let me just give y'all just a little bit of background of why I think it's so important to acknowledge how we can share stories and why stories are so important. So, with that being stated, I want to just introduce that once more we're in week lab 4, week number 4, and our title here is Navigating Fear in Uncertain Times. And so, I want to just name that when the system moves like this, how will you? Okay, that's kind of like the thought here. I want to acknowledge that I was a lifer. At least that's what I thought I would be, right? A lifer. In 2010, fresh out of graduate school, I landed what was supposed to be a stable US government job serving veterans. The kind you build a future around, being able to acknowledge, like, I thought I was just supposed to be here forever and be at my government job forever. Was one of the top schools in the nation, thinking like, oh, okay, I got this. This is amazing. But dun 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 dun, by 2011, I was laid off. The same veterans I advocated for, their benefits disappeared overnight. The 2008 Great Recession didn't break the system, it ran exactly as designed. Yeah, that part, y'all. And I just want to acknowledge, like, for those who also been affected, especially with the 2008 Great Recession, I know that seemed like a while, but if you think about just economics and the history of it, history repeats itself. And here we are now again in 2025. So I just want to go a little bit further, and I hope this resonates, just hearing that and navigating this in this moment. I just want to name that when I was in that space of acknowledging this government job that I had, and I just sat there, stunned. Wasn't this something secure? So I paused, I rested, I dreamed of something different. I eventually moved abroad to Southeast Asia for 4.5 years, not to hustle harder, but to breathe, to figure out who I was without being consumed by a system that demanded constant movement. And when COVID, just want to acknowledge that COVID is well and alive, even in this space of 2025. But acknowledging in this moment, when COVID showed up in 2019, and some of us didn't discover it till 2020, I didn't scramble, I slowed down. I gathered brilliant minds and created something bigger than myself. And I just want to say for those who are been frontline practitioners and frontline, just help and support. Thank you for all that you have done and essential support. Those who are in the grocery stores, in the hospitals, mental health practitioners like myself as well, have been on the front lines for a while, either in person, digitally, being in community. Just want to say thank you. Thank you for all that you're doing. We appreciate you and giving room to acknowledging that we've been on the front lines for a while now. And I hope that you're having spaces to have softness and having spaces where you are being cared for as well. Because I know I too am a therapist, yet guess who has a therapist? I do. Yes, this therapist has a therapist, and I'm so grateful to have a soft space to be in care with my therapist and or my primary care doctor or OBGYN and all the people who care for me, my massage therapist, all those folks who care for me. It's so important. So I just want to say I hope that you also have a soft space to be careful. That's to everyone. I thank you for those who are on the front lines, but also just everyone just experiencing life right now and how much we've been going through these past 5 years for sure. Okay? I just want to humanize this because it's so important to name that we are not well, y'all, as a collective. So acknowledging just how are you authentically. Going back into the story here, I want to acknowledge that with all of that and that experience, it helped me to actually develop a team of consulting. It started as a mighty solopreneur journey, one person, me, holding a vision. It evolved into a consortium, a collective of phenomenal subject matter advocates holding something steady together. And now here we are again in 2025. Mass layoffs, government jobs cut illegally, a nation in crisis again. Hope y'all are breathing out there and just knowing that you're not alone in this and that it is so important that we continue to practice. Practice knowing that, I love this quote by Tricia Hersey, who is the founder of the NAP ministry: community care will save us. Community care will save us. So it's important to acknowledge, like, how are you developing community? How are you developing mutual aid? How are you being able to tap into some ancestral ways of wisdom, ways of practices? Oh yeah. Uh-huh. I know I come from that, being able to acknowledge, like, what were my ancestors doing when they were going through some of this? And how they navigate as a community, how they be able to navigate these spaces together. Even though we're in 2025, be able to acknowledge, like, how we learn from them as well. Going a little bit further to acknowledge that I know this part, right? Like, I know fear. I know this kind of fear because I've been in it. I've lived it. Now, I do want to acknowledge that it is different and it's not something I want to place lightly, because what was happening in 2008 in the Great Recession has nothing to do, or it's connected, but nothing in space to say this is the same experience, because it's not. And I don't want to actually act like I know this experience as well, but I am living it also and being a witness to it, and acknowledging that, again, that super cush job that I thought I had, it was like nowhere to be found within a year because of the crisis we went through. And here we are again. But I also know this: we don't have to rush, hustle, or exhaust ourselves trying to fix what we didn't break. If you're working but feel like the walls are closing in, this lab is for you. Week 4 is for you. If you've been laid off and don't know what's next, this lab is for you. If you're done waiting for stability and want space to pause, rest, and dream again, this lab is for you. Giving room to all of that. This lab is for you. Huh? Y'all still there? Y'all still with me? I hope so. We're just getting started, being able to share what is just so possible. Now, I want to just name this, and I think it's very important for us to acknowledge together that, yes, fear is here, but so are we. Let's breathe through uncertainty together. Let's begin. So I actually want to take this time to really slow down a little bit, y'all. Just slow down and name that I'm so grateful that you're in community with me and with us. And I just want to actually practice some breathing practices. So in this moment, I want you to give yourself a moment, however your body needs to move. We are not going to participate in any ableism or forms of feeling you have to move outside of what your body has capacity or is in a space to do so. So give yourself room to just ground a bit, whatever that feels like. One of the ways to do that is being able to lower your shoulders away from your ears as much as you can. Just drop those shoulders. Oh, wow, that feels really good. Just drop my shoulders a little bit more than what I have throughout the day. Now, give yourself this moment to give yourself a compassion hold. We can start with that compassion hold with right hand over chest, left hand over belly. Giving yourself this moment to just give yourself a little more compassion. We're doing the best that we can with everything that's happening in these moments, in these dark times. Let's extend that compassion hold to right hand, right here, right in the back of the neck, and left hand to follow. A little bit more compassion. Remind yourself that if these moves are not something that feels good to your body, give yourself a way to honor your compassion for yourself, whatever that may look like, feel like, okay? Now I'm going to place the right hand on my forehead, just a little bit more compassion. That left hand is still behind my neck there. And finally, I'm going to cross both hands across my body, like I'm giving myself a hug, giving myself a little bit more compassion. Just in these moments, okay? Now I'm going to lower that compassion hold, and now we're going to start with some breathing practices, right? Did we just talk about that? What was stated earlier? Fear is here, but so are we. So let's breathe through uncertainty together. So let's breathe through this right now. Let's start from the diaphragm, through our nose, setting the intention of what? Inhaling courage, exhaling fear, and resting. You're more than going to have a soft gaze right in front of you or your eyes closed, whatever's best for you. Let's try that together. If you want to join me in a compassion hold, you can. I'll actually do that for myself right now. And I'm going to start. Please feel free to join me. All right, here we go. Inhale courage. Exhale fear. and we rest. Let's try it one more time. Let's inhale courage. Exhale fear. And we rest. I know it's 2 rounds. Just try one more round, okay? Let's inhale courage. Exhale fear. And we rest. As you're coming back into this moment, feel free to be able to wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, be able to allow yourself to just grind a little bit more. You may want to look around the space of where you're at and give yourself time to just be able to come back into this moment. You may want to take a sip of water or whatever it may be to give yourself a little bit more space to just be in this present moment. Y'all all right? You still here with me? All right, let's go a little bit further, y'all. So as I mentioned before, we have a 4-week syllabus, February 6th through March 6th. Technically, we get an extra day or extra session together through March 6th, which is really awesome. And we are so grateful to be here thus far because, like I said, y'all been tuning in, and it's so grateful to have y'all in this space. The 4-week syllabus includes the various weeks that we've had before, but this week, February 27th, we are talking about navigating fear and change readiness. And also, I know, I did not do the pop-up. I know. But for real, I'm making room, and I'm so excited to do the Unwind and Jam tonight. Yes, that is February 27th, being able to do the Unwind and Jam, giving y'all a live opportunity to just be able for us to be in space together and to navigate just a room of dancing, listening to some really amazing music, and give y'all some time to just unwind and jam because we need to move as well, y'all. I must admit, I am someone who loves to dance. It's part of my liberation, my freedom, and my space to reimagine and to dream and participate in collective care and so much practice. So I hope you can join me for that as well. And then we have a bonus, right? Talked about that bonus, March 6th. And we're just going to bring it all together, right? Just be in a space like we are in the lab because every university, deserves a lab. Yes, we do. And so we're so grateful that you're joining in with us. All right. Don't forget, we have lab agreements. Those who've been with us, I'm so grateful that you remember. I hope you remember some of these lab agreements, okay? So being able to acknowledge that every lab has lab notes, and we have the lab ethics. So every lab needs agreements for accountability, depth, and transformation. We call them elements of alchemy, shifting the chemistry of how we exist together. We have a problem in every experiment, right? Yeah, we sure do. So the lab agreement here is elements of alchemy. What we do want to name and we do not tolerate, and want to acknowledge that no bigotry, no body terrorism, no anti-Blackness, no hate of any kind, no violence of any kind. We do not tolerate it here. It is not welcomed. When it acknowledges, well, that mistakes are data, not failure. Dreaming is a radical act of defiance. Care is mutual, not transactional. Small shifts create big change. And most of all, for those of you who know, I've said it earlier, yes, I'm a associate licensed therapist, and I wanted to acknowledge that it is important to name, disclaimer, the Healing and Change Lab, a team of consulting, myself included, as Almeda Pitts, this is an educational space and does not provide mental health, medical, financial, or legal advice, but it is content for informational purposes only. And the question to really continue to ask is, who's in your wellness care team? Who can help you while you digest this content? When you come to this space, I'm so grateful to be in community with you. Yeah, who also is part of your wellness care team? Who else needs to be in community with you to help you to navigate everything that's going on right now? These are some dark and uncertain times, y'all. But acknowledging once more that quote by Trisha Hersey, founder of the NAP Ministry, community care will save us. So I hope that you give your space to tap into who needs to be in your wellness care team. All right? Let's go further, y'all. Here we are, week 4. We made it, y'all. So, navigating fear and change readiness. This is one that I was really excited about doing because I was like, I need those who are HR folks, those who are leaders of their team, directors, managers, uh, nonprofits, everybody out there, but I also say individuals as well, community members coming into the space of acknowledging how are we navigating fear and change readiness. There's a lot of shock doctrine happening right now. That is not my word. I want to just name, please check it out on Google, shock doctrine in this space as well. And so it's been having us just be in this kind of fight, flight, freeze, fawning mode, and we're just not in a place where we feel that we can really settle. And so giving yourself this time to just acknowledge how are you navigating fear? And also, are you embracing change readiness for your organization, for your team, for your household, your community? How are you doing that? So as we name, once again, having some lab notes here and acknowledging, welcome to the lab, navigating fear in uncertain times. Let's be real. Fear is in the air. The economy is shifting. Layoffs are happening. Job security feels like a distant memory. People are navigating uncertainty at every level, whether they're still working, recently laid off, or unsure about their future. But the fact is, the Healing and Change Lab isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. Every experiment needs a hypothesis, so here we name that fear doesn't mean we're failing, it means we're aware. And when we sit with our fear instead of letting it run us, we can start making decisions from a place of intention and not panic. Ooh, how y'all feel about that? That part. Being able to reframe, reimagine, what does fear really mean for you in this moment? Giving yourself moments to just acknowledge that it could be a space to just have a moment to be aware of everything that's happening right now. Be able to acknowledge that. Don't forget your breath. Now I want to ask you, how do you know if this lab is for you? How do you know? For those who've been with us and still being diligent with us, how do you know? Those who are just tuning in for the first time, reminding you once more, my name is Professor Almeda Pitts. I'm so grateful to be in space and community with you. This is an inspiration space of where we have been inspired by Hillman Talk University, TikTok University, and Real Life University, okay? Being able to give us a space to dream, participate in collective care, allowing ourselves to just be, right? I think one of the things that's very important to acknowledge as well is naming like why I think about just the space of the Healing and Change Lab coming into a space of existence. One of the things we name is like being able to welcome you to the Healing and Change Lab. So in these dark times, we are reclaiming collective care and practice as alchemy elements, not luxuries. Together we navigate uncertainty, build mutual aid, and create shifts beyond burnout. You belong here, right? Very helpful. I wanted to say I've also got some really great feedback of people enjoying my like layouts and stuff. And I want to just say this is a combo of using Canva and also Restream.io. I'm not sponsored by either. Hey, maybe in the future. But I want to say in this moment, this is what I'm using, and I'm so grateful to be able to use it. And it's been so helpful for me to be able to interact because I'm someone as a practitioner who loves color, who likes to interface, likes design, and all of that. So it's really great to be able to have this. I just want to give a shout out, and maybe that's something I can create as a workshop or something that y'all would like to use for those who are interested in presenting and are providing a space for people to engage and have colorful just presentations, which is really cool. Going back to this once more and just asking and being able to acknowledge, how are you able to know like if this lab is for you? Giving room to that, okay? So let me just be able to help navigate that a little bit more with you. So we have a space here of naming how much like you can think about like how this shows up for you, where this shows up. And one of the things that we think about is every lab has observations. So here it is, thinking about this. We are being told to just adapt. We're expected to figure it out all alone. We are being pushed into survival mode again and again. Every experiment has variables, so those variables are dreaming. We are disrupting exhaustion, expanding possibility, collective care, rest, collective rest, built together and building together. practice, small shifts, lasting rest. And again, the experiment here is today's lab is not about forcing false optimism. We're not participating in toxic positivity. No, no, no. We ain't about that life. It's about honoring our fear, making space for uncertainty, and finding small creative ways to move forward even when we don't have all the answers. That part, y'all. Shall we begin? I hope so. Y'all still breathing out there? Don't forget your breath. So as we know, these labs have been 30 minutes, like experiential lab, which is so great. So you're putting theories into practice, and we're so grateful to be able to have that. And that's the type of facilitator I am. When I go into spaces with consulting, we do things around workplace wellness and being able to have one-on-one or even executive coaching. I want to just name that we do experiential type of work. When I say we, oh yeah. Didn't I mention in my story? I started off as a solopreneur, but now I have been able to expand our team of consultants to an amazing consortium of amazing subject matter experts, advocates, because we're always learning and unlearning. So we even like to use the term advocate versus expert, because expert almost feels like we've reached a limit, right, of just expertise. But advocacy is being able to say, you know, we're learning and unlearning, and we're willing to do that and explore and be able to tap into like even cultural humility of learning, like what is something and what has been, but what is it going to be? And I think that's important to name as well, to stay open, to stay human and be able to practice that, get to know and stay curious. That's what it's about, curiosity. All right, so we have a methodology here and be able to acknowledge that what if fear wasn't something to fight, but something to listen to? Y'all like that reframe? Y'all like that way to reimagine that? What if fear wasn't something to fight, but something to listen to? So the purpose of this experiment is a true laboratory for dreaming, collective care, and practice. An example of that is, for example, phase 1, dreaming fear as a messenger, not a master. So as you can see, this sets the lab's main focus, theme, or guide, showing the session's purpose. So today we reframe fear not as something that owns us, but as something we can learn from. Have y'all ever thought about that? Like being able to give room to acknowledging that fear doesn't have to be something that has to be feared of, but to something that can learn. It can be actually a teacher. Yeah, if we welcome it, for sure, as a teacher, as a guide. So here we are at phase 1. Fear is a messenger, not a master. And we're able to acknowledge why this matters. Like, why does this matter? Well, it matters because right now fear is loud. The unknown is exhausting. It's easy to feel like we have no control. What if fear isn't here to stop us, but to guide us? The methodology of the experiment here is the science-ish insight. Fear activates the amygdala, the part of the brain that signals danger. But when we take time to understand our fear, we can shift from analysis paralysis, to clarity. So today, we reframe fear not as something that owns us, but as something we can learn from. Right? So are y'all ready to dream? Are y'all ready to be able to place dream into practice? Are you ready to be able to give yourself a moment to just pause, to dream? It's important to continue to acknowledge that we can dream beyond what is currently right now happening, because somebody else was dreaming about us many, many, many generations ago, for us to be in a space such as this, such a time, for us to have such, they didn't know maybe what it would look like with all this technology and AI and everything that's happening, but they still dared to dream. So I hope that you give yourself moments to just take a pause, to just dream. Okay? So I love this part. This is where we get to be a little bit more interactive and we get to really play with the alchemy elements that we talked about before. And this is our time together to do so. So in this time, you may want to get some pen, paper, maybe it could be markers, it could be colored pencils, it could be a digital pad, whatever you want to do in this moment. But as we're getting ready to do that, you know what I'm going to do? As you know it, I'm going to switch up some music so we can really prepare also for this section of our lab. All right. So as we are doing that, let me be able to get us tuned in. And I've mentioned this to y'all before that I love being able to use audio, AUDIIO, for a lot of my just music that's available. And it's been really good. It's been really, really good. Again, not sponsored, but just a consumer of it. And maybe in the future we can do a collaboration. But this moment, this is something that's been very helpful to use. All right, so here we are, y'all, dreaming, section one. I want to just acknowledge that give yourself permission to move and groove and or draw, paint, color, however you need to be in this space as we are together in this space. There's no limits that you need to put upon yourself. Like give yourself space to just tap into maybe like that inner child or the younger self, or if you have inspiration from being in a space of like what it's to have childlike wonder, use this time. It's okay to tap into that as well. All right, so with that being stated, let me be able to magnify this a little bit more. So, what if fear wasn't something to fight, but something to listen to? Storytelling. Imagine fear as a visitor, a shadow at the door, a whisper of worst case scenarios, a storm cloud blocking the sun. Here's the alchemy experiment. Drawing fear as a character. On a blank page, draw your fear as a character. Around it, write words describing how it feels in your body: heavy, sharp, loud, cold. Next to it, draw what fear is trying to protect you from: rejection, instability, loss of identity. Now look at your drawing. If fear could speak, what advice would it give you? What advice would it give you? Okay. I'm going to take it a little bit slow because I appreciate the feed forward information, the folks being like, hey, Professor, I want to do this in real time with you. Okay, cool. I'm so excited that you want to do this. So we're going to stay here a little bit. What if fear wasn't something to fight, but something to listen to? Storytelling. Imagine fear as a visitor, a shadow at the door, a whisper of worst case scenarios, a storm cloud blocking the sun. Alchemy experiment, drawing fear as a character. On a blank page, draw your fear as a character. Around it, write words describing how it feels in your body: heavy, sharp, loud, cold. Next to it, draw what fear is trying to protect you from: rejection, instability, loss of identity. Now look at your drawing. If fear could speak, what advice would it give you? Y'all know I'm participating as well. Yep, I sure am. So let me show you my part of the lab. Oh, yeah, here we are. So as I've drawn, my character was like a tornado. And what I was able to do is draw my fear as a character, so it's a tornado. And around it, I wrote words describing how it feels in my body. In my body, it feels heavy, it feels tight, it feels restless. And then next to it, you want to draw what fear is trying to protect you from. In this case, it's trying to protect you from failure, rejection, uncertainty. And then most of all, now look at your drawing. If fear could speak, what advice would it give you? And so in this case, it would really advise me to slow down, trust myself, and prepare, don't panic. So that's where I would say I was able to draw from. So I'll leave it up here a little bit to give yourself some time to draw out, right, your character. I know that you've been able to probably start drawing earlier, but I'll place it back on the screen here so you have that a little bit more. On a blank page, draw your fear as a character. In this case, you see that I have a tornado here, or the vision, right, of a character. And I must tell y'all, a little life hack. Did I draw this? I didn't, but I used Canva. Canva helped me to reimagine if I were to draw this, right? Because I told y'all before I just do stick figures, but I'm cool with my stick figures. So around it, write words describing how it feels in your body: heavy, sharp, loud, or cold. In this sense, I wrote that it feels heavy, it feels tight, it feels restless. Next to it, draw what fear is trying to protect you from: rejection, instability, loss of identity. I have a smile, or a face that is like kind of squinted, and it's like squinted eyes, or eyes that just feel like, oh my goodness, I feel really like a failure, right? So it's kind of giving that type of mood and vibe. And it's failure there, and then also have a sad face here drawn in red that says rejection, and then there's like a little squiggly circle there for uncertainty. And then being able to say, what would fear teach me? What does it want to encourage me for? And it says, slow down, trust myself, and prepare. Don't panic. Y'all all right? I hope that you're giving yourself this childlike wonder. Giving yourself a moment to just pause, to just be able to participate within these spaces. I love when y'all are able to give me feedforward information, being like, oh my gosh, I did the practice. I'm like, all right, you go, get it. You go, Glen Coco. Oh, we don't watch Mean Girls? Oh, okay. That's a little bit of throwback. All right, phase 2, building a safety net. Building a safety net. Why does this matter? Like, why is that so important? Well, in these moments, acknowledge that job loss and instability often make people retreat and disconnect. It's easy to feel like you have to figure out everything out on your own. But the truth, we are more supported than we realize. Our nervous systems regulate through connection, fear thrives in isolation, but steadiness grows in community. Science-ish insight. Studies show that mutual aid support, whether emotional, financial, or practical, reduce stress and increases problem-solving abilities. So today, in this moment, we take inventory of who and what is holding us, even in uncertainty. Y'all ready for some collective care? I hope so. Let's get it. Section 2, collective care. Collective care. Here's our lab, here's our experiment. Fear isolates us, but collective care reminds us we are not alone in this. Here's the storytelling. If you fail, who or what would catch you? Imagine free falling, unsure where you'll land. Is there a net, a parachute, or hands reaching up? The alchemy experiment titled Drawing a Safety Net. On a blank page, draw a net, a web, or network to represent your support system. Inside it, write 3 to 5 things that make you feel safe. You can also draw it outside of it as well, but I just want to give you space that you can do that. People, routines, financial strategies, coping mechanisms, or affirmations. Notice any gaps. Where do you need more support? What would help you feel more secure? All right. Y'all still navigating this a little bit? Building your safety net. I know. This is really real to just practice. So fear again isolates us, but collective care reminds us that we are not alone in this. Your storytelling is to really think about if you fail. Just kind of imagine this. If you fail, who or what would catch you? Again, ultra independence is a trauma response. Hyper independence is a trauma response of feeling like we have to have it all together. We can only do it by ourselves. No, community care will save us. By who? Who says that? Trisha Hersey. Yep. Of the NAP Ministry. Imagine free falling, unsure where you'll land. Is there a net? Is there a parachute? Or hands reaching up? Alchemy experiment, drawing a safety net. On a blank page or on your tablet, draw a net, web, or network to represent your support system. Inside it, write 3 to 5 things that make you feel safe. People, routines, financial strategies, coping mechanisms, or affirmations. Notice any gaps. Where do you need more support? What would help you feel more secure? All right, y'all ready? Because you know I participated as well. You know I did. And here's my net. Shout out to Canva, helping me draw this out. So that blank page, you draw the net. There's my net in purple. You can draw like a web or network, whatever you want to do to represent your support system. On the outside, this is what I practice. On the outside, I wrote 3 to 5 things that make me feel safe. People, routines, financial strategies, coping mechanisms, or affirmations. In this case, my 5 things are family, community, friends, the affirmation, we are resourceful, and rest. Now, it also says that you want to be in a space to be able to acknowledge that you want to notice any gaps, like any gaps in your net. And so, where do you need more support? What will help you feel more secure? So, in this case, I actually want to magnify this a little bit more because it is a little bit smaller writing. Under community, I have stronger connections. Under friends, the gaps will be in a place to stay steady, not perfect check ins, just knowing that we all are going through, even my friends, even my family, right? Even strangers, just being able to acknowledge that we all are going through right now. And so it's okay to just have steady check ins, not perfect check ins. It's okay. Just of naming, like, you know what? Man, I didn't talk to you like 2 times this week, but maybe I tried twice this month. And that still was a steady check in. My affirmation, we are resourceful, just be able to practice like a deeper belief in support. The gap for my rest is just having more of like guilt free rest. And for my family, having more open communication, acknowledging that, again, it doesn't take just one person to navigate this, but as a family, being able to have the open communication and say, you know, hey, how are we really doing? No one has to be like the rock of the family because the rock needs help too. I don't have to be the strong daughter, the strong sister, strong sibling, the strong cousin, the strong auntie, the strong partner, like all that. Just give myself, I don't have to be the strong friend. Ooch, ouch. I can give myself space to just rest, to just be. And that's important, to just give myself an opportunity to also see myself resting and being cared for as well. And that's important to name. Like, if we really are saying that we're going to do community care, we have to also practice asking for help. We also have to practice being in a place where it maybe makes us feel maybe too vulnerable or inadequate, or in a space where it feels like, oh my gosh, like I'm asking someone for help. Like, people always think I have it together. Hey, we are all going through, y'all. It's okay to ask for some help, especially for help for people who will not judge you, or you know those folks ain't gonna judge you. So I hope you have softness and collective and community care of people who just care for you as well, without any judgment or being transactional. Okay, that's something I had to learn. Shout out to my friends who taught me that for sure as well. Phase 3, fear doesn't mean stop, it means shift. Wait. What did we learn last time? Oh, I love this because I think it was the previous 2 sessions before. As y'all know, I have a Substack and I play upon words. And it's actually right here below. If you look at the clicker or the ticker down below, the Substack and name is called Shift Ain't Easy. Okay. And if you watch The Wire, shift. Okay. I know. I'm goofy and silly. It's fine. But it's pop culture, right? And so I love using the word interplay, right? Instead of saying SHIT, we are saying shift. Ain't easy. So check us out on Substack as well as a space to be able to understand that we have newsletters available, that we have some writings, we have some inner writings, which is really great. You can check us on all the platforms below here, which is so helpful, from YouTube, Instagram to Facebook, all that's available. Check it out. And we're also expanding into Twitch. And so I just wanted to let you know as well that we do have Twitch as well at what the qual, WHAT_THE_QOL. For those that know that you know, QOL is what? Quality of life. Yep. We'll play upon words. All right, so here we go, expanding a bit more. Now we're in this part of the section of naming. Why does this matter? Why is this important? Fear without direction turns into analysis paralysis. Action without intention leads to burnout. The sweet spot, small intentional moves that make uncertainty feel manageable. If you've been waiting for clarity before making a move, this part of the lab is for you. Methodology, science-ish insight, micro actions, small achievable steps help us build confidence in uncertain times. Even tiny rituals signal to the brain that we are not stuck, we are adjusting. So today, in this moment, we create a simple practice to help us move forward at our own pace. All right, y'all. Y'all ready? Y'all ready to practice? I hope so. Let's get going to practice. Section 3 is practice. Are y'all jamming? Y'all liking the flow of the music? I hope so. Hey, yay. All right, so here is practice. Fear grows in confusion, but clarity comes from choosing your next move. Storytelling. Imagine being in a dense fog. The path isn't clear, but staying still won't help. You don't need a full map, just a direction. This is about small shifts, not rushing to figure it out. Our alchemy experiment is designing a next move compass. So sorry, y'all, excuse me. Draw a compass and write in the center. I am navigating change with care. In each direction, add one small action to support your transition. That could also mean connect with a family member, friend, or healer, update my resume. Maybe that's what you want to do. Choose one action to focus on this week. Yeah, I just want to say, like, fun fact over here. I seriously was like, I am like inhaling like deeper, and I've been doing a lot of breath work as well. So I'm just like, if y'all hear a little hiccup here, it's okay. That was me. That was me having a moment of just being human over here, inhaling all this air, and also drinking my water. I've been drinking and hydrating, which is good as well. All right, once again, here, fear grows in confusion. Clarity comes from choosing your next move. Storytelling. Imagine being in a dense fog, the path isn't clear, but staying still won't help. You don't need a full map, you just need a direction. This is about small shifts, not rushing to figure it out. Because that's important to name too, y'all. I know we want to hurry up and rush to just figure things out, rush to just fix it. It needs to take a moment to pause because this is some dark and uncertain times. It's going to call for us to actually reimagine things and how to take care of each other and what do we need to do to make sure first we are well first as an individual and then connecting that to the collective, right? We can't help nobody else if we ain't well ourselves. And a shout out to all my first line and frontline responders. I know, me too. I'm also practicing how to slow it down, take care of myself, because you know what? We're kind of not only in front lines, but we're also in crisis as well. Like, how do we take care of ourselves? Okay? It's okay to ask for help. Draw a compass and write in the center, I'm navigating change with care. In each direction, add one small action to support your transition. You can connect with a family member. That could be one of the parts of your small actions. Friend or healer, update, your resume, whatever it may be. And then choose one action to focus on this week. Y'all ready to see my compass? I hope so. And if y'all want to share your compasses, y'all can also be able to share your compasses as well. So here we have our compass. I have a compass here that is in the color purple, and it's like a circle, but each part of the circle has a letter to represent the directions of ways that we navigate just the way that we move, and of course a compass, right? So N is for north, E is for east, S is for south, and W is for west. Okay. So I draw the compass and I drew the compass. Yes, shout out to Canva. I drew the compass and I wrote in the center, I'm navigating change with care. And in each direction, I add one small action to support this transition. So on my north side of where the N is, it says connect with friends, family, and my hella dope therapist. Yes, I have a hella dope therapist. I'm so grateful. East is move my body and hydrate, plus nourish. I feel like I'm getting my little hydration in, y'all, and I'm going to expand this so y'all can see this a little bit more. And then S for South is outline a growth priority for the Healing and Change Labs launch. Because yes, we're launching spring 2025, giving y'all a little bit of taste of what can be and what is to come. So I just want to just name that this is really great, but if you're looking for more exclusive content, great opportunities to engage with us personally, to have an executive coach, for us to be able to do workshops with us virtually and or in person, come on over to the Healing and Change Lab launch, which will be featured on Patreon. And we'll also have opportunities for you to engage with us when it comes to our newsletter, on Substack, in various forums for you to sign up. But most of all, you want to be able to join our waiting list, okay? So that's important to acknowledge. And you can do that by what? Visiting down here. Most of all, you want to visit our website at attemlaconsulting.com. That's ATTEMLA consulting.com to be able, there it is, here it comes right here at the bottom. teamlaconsulting.com to be able to give yourself this moment to join our waitlist. Okay. And it's very helpful to name and to build community with us. All right. Just had to make that little special announcement because I'm excited. So excited. Oh, you know I could do one better for y'all? Hold up. I totally forgot how Restream be working on these things. Let me do my QR code. How about that? Oh yeah, we can do the QR code. How about that? I love it here. Yes. So you can pull out your phones right now and you can actually be able to live right now. Yeah, go ahead. Do it. Take out your phone. It is definitely a space where you can be able to use the QR code and it will give you the opportunity to fill out a form and it won't take too long. Not at all, but it gives you opportunity to just see how we can best support you during this time. Okay. And you can join our community and be able to see what services we can offer or provide you. All right. Yeah, there we go. All right. I knew I had, I was like, oh, Restream be having it. So, all right, here we go. I love it here for sure. All right. So, be able to go back over here, back to my compass. So I have the W, and that's what also is another way to help me to participate in support of transition is rest and reflect. Okay, so I went around the compass. So I hope you've had some time with me also narrating my story and my compass and being able to have you know how to join our wait list is very important as well. Okay, so let's go a little bit further. Closing updates, y'all. We have come to closer to the end here. And so, giving you moments to acknowledge that I'm so grateful that you entrusted me upon this journey with you and helping you to create your opportunity to just participate in our lab. But most of all, I hope you to give you space to just be able to dream, participate in collective care, participate within practice. Now, I won't tell you, like, we do not have any homework, but you do have an assignment. But I just want to be reminded before we get there that without dreaming, we lose hope. Without collective care, we burn out. Without practice, nothing shifts. Join us tonight. Yes, tonight, February 27th at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. I'll be going live for sure. And I know for sure I'll be going live through YouTube Live and also Facebook and also Instagram. So check us out there. I'm still working on going live on Substack and going live on LinkedIn. So just wanting to say, if you do not get to see us live, there will also be a replay. Okay. And again, that's second and fourth Thursdays, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. And I'm so grateful to be with y'all. Okay. Are y'all ready for the ritual assignment and or the practice of being able to navigate fear, right? That is your navigating fear assignment. So identify one fear that has been weighing on you, then create a small intentional ritual to acknowledge it without letting it take over, whether that's naming it in a journal, drawing, or speaking it out loud. Once more, navigating your fear, ritual assignment, identify one fear that has been weighing on you, then create a small intentional ritual to acknowledge it without letting it take over, whether that's naming it in a journal, drawing it, or speaking out loud. Okay? Y'all, we have come to the end. I'm so grateful to be here with you. Been here with you throughout this entire time. So grateful to have this time to be in community, to build community. I'm so happy to have a space too where I've been finding my voice in social media. For those of you know, and you've followed me for a while. I've had previous spaces where I've done some really great work social media wise, but this time it's my turn to just show out and do the things that I love to do and share and to create community. And that's important because that is something that people have taught me and shown me that I am a connector. I am someone who's an extrovert. Yes, I'm an extrovert. Can you tell? Can you not tell? I am an extrovert. Oh my gosh. So who would have known? Yes, 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 yes. I am an extrovert. So it's so nice to navigate this and be in community and to feed that extroversion. But most of all, sometimes I really have my little introvert moments too. So I have a little ambivert that shows up, especially with everything that's going on, y'all. Sometimes we just need a moment, even as extroverts, to just chill out. Okay. All right. Well, I want to show y'all once more how to connect with us. And so you can connect with us through TikTok and Instagram, Almeida_creates. Our website, www.atilaconsulting.com. YouTube at Almeida_creates. Substack, Shift Ain't Easy. LinkedIn, Almeda Pitts, my whole name. Facebook, Altima Consulting. We do have a digital shop, so make sure you check us out on beacons.ai/Altima Consulting. Coming soon, 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 soon. Twitch. What the qual? What the qual? What underscore the underscore qual? And Patreon, the Healing and Change Lab. I may also stream on Twitch too, so I just want to name that, but I'm just going to just make sure I give y'all the space for Unwind and Jam for sure. Will be on Facebook, and it also will be in a space of YouTube Live for sure, YouTube Live, Instagram, and yeah, it'll be other replays as well, so you can check us out. Again, thank y'all so very much. So grateful to have y'all. I'm just going to take a moment to sign out. I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. And once again, welcome to the Healing and Change Lab. We are so grateful to have you, but I hope that you participate in greater rest in so many ways that you can, and with intention and with softness. All right. Y'all take care of yourselves out there. If you have any questions, anything comes up, feel free to reach out to us. Most of all, talk to us in the chat. We love it. Talk to us in the space where we can be able to see your comments or read your comments. We always welcome it. All right. All right. Y'all take care. Thank you so, so very much. And we'll see each other next week. Oh, wait. Don't forget Unwind and Jam tonight for sure. See you there. All right. Bye.